Listen to me closely. The situation might get a little dangerous. Hey, don't try this at home. The beaten path isn't for everyone. Join Mr. Midas, the world traveler, aka the king of travel.
This is the work of a father and two sons. They are Rhodes, he was the father, Nómada and Alegría, that were the two sons. These three graffiti artists, they have painted together in most of their paintings. This one here was made about 6 years ago in this park, which is a public park, named El Parque de la Concordia, or the Park of la Concordia. From here we can see the style of each one of them. También hay más en la ciudad, por el poblado, hay un montón de...
Sí, no sé hacer el del poblado, porque no me dieron los tiempos. Sí, la verdad me dio
Okay. Alright guys, so let's stop right here. I want you to look at everything we have in this wall, okay? So if you are able to move a bit this way, that would be great. Perfect, thank you guys. Alright, so we have a stop here because I want to mention about letters and types of graffitis, alright? The first style that I want to mention will be this one right here. Everything you guys are seeing is the most common style in the streets. You guys have any idea what is this style? Or what's the name?
Tags.
Tags, you're correct. Very good. They are called tags. Tags are used the name of the artist. Usually they are nicknames. People make this to represent they live in a certain area, neighborhood, or place. They are nicknames because they try to protect from police, government, or owners of private property. Tags, they were created in United States. This is the first style that we have. Based from tags, we have more letters that are bigger, more colorful, well designed, with more shapes. Like this one here. The first one right here, the second one, but especially this one. These are called bubble letters because you know they look like bubbles. Bubble letters were created in New York with an artist that used to see a lot of tags inside and outside the subway stations. The artist, he wanted to create a masterpiece, so he mixed 2 or 3 colors with circular shape, and they look like bubbles. They are bubble letters. Next one, right there, where it says Colombia es arte. Not that one, the one behind, with green and gray color, that says MGS. That one is called block letters. Block letters, they look like a block. They are big, thick, and simple. They don't have that much colors, design, or shapes. These letters, they are created to be read from far, just as we're doing. Of course, we have more letters and styles. For example, we have a stencil. You guys know Banksy? Yep. Everyone? Yep. Well, Banksy is this artist, famous artist from Bristol in the United Kingdom. He paints with stencils that are templates people create before. They put it on the wall and they paint on top of that. We don't have a Banksy's here, but we have the Colombian version of Banksy that we're seeing later today. Nowadays, letters, they are forbidden. All of these are illegal. Only place where people are able to paint letters will be on their bridges. This is actually a government decree. There are some rules or some policy. Usually if someone is catched by a cop painting letters, the first thing will happen will be a comparendo recreacional. Comparendo is the word that we use to refer to a type, to a fine. The first one, between the first to 6 months painting letters, it will be a fine about like classes, to know where to paint, what are the rules, and how it works. People will have also to remove what they painted in 3 days, 72 hours, and they will have also another type of fine, which is paying to the government around $250 US, which is kind of a minimum wage here in Colombia. But going back to 2000s, we must know that graffiti was started like growing, but later in 2010, 2012, there was an episode in Bogota that will change everything. Back in 2011, there was a Colombian artist named Diego Felipe Becerra. Diego, he was a 16 years old graffiti artist famous for painting Felix the cat. You guys know Felix the cat? Yeah, this cartoon with black and white color. So the artist, he was painting that with some friends when he was stopped by two cops. Colombian police officers, they asked him to stop painting, but he decided to run. When the artist he started running, one of the cops, they took their gun and they shoot. The guy fell down and he passed away. Later the police, they said he was trying to stall someone. That was not like that. But especially at that time, there was a explosion in graffiti here. There were many artists and part of the graffiti community creating also organizations to protect artists. And also the government, they created El Distrito Graffiti, or the District Graffiti Table, or La Mesa de Graffiti. We're talking about localities and places provided by the government for the use of street art in open places. But if we talk about private houses, private property, like this house for example, they just need permission from the owner. If the owners provide a signed paper, there's nothing that will happen. Especially in this neighborhood, we have colonial houses, they will need a second permission from the townhall. If they have two permissions, that's fine. There's nothing that will happen. But later, they are still forbidden. Nowadays, there are around 5 cops paying in jail for that crime. They are having between 15, 20, and 37 years of jail. And actually, the shooter, the person who shot Diego, he was captured last year only. Since 2011, he was free until last year. Second thing that happened with graffiti here was 2 years later with Justin Bieber. You guys know Justin Bieber, right? Yeah? Did you know that he came here and he did graffiti? No? No? So yeah, he did. So back in 2013, he was doing like a world tour. One of the stops was Bogota. So Justin Bieber, he went to the 26th Avenue, which is going to the airport. He stopped his vehicle and he started putting in the wall like the Canadian flag, a frog, and also a marijuana flower. It was a polemic because he was protected by 4 personal bodyguards and 5 Colombian police officers. They were basically protecting the guy while he was painting. Of course, people here, they hate that because, you know, 2 years before, a Colombian person is killed by the police officer, but this is Justin Bieber, he's famous, he's a musician, we need to provide permission or protect.
Perdón, si vas a contar alguna historia, cuenta la verdadera, no que vive esta gente de otra persona. Acá vive una persona. Cuenta la verdadera historia de esta gente.
And yeah, guys, that's pretty much like part of the background. At that time, the artists, they hate that, and also they painted on top of his stuff. That was used in 2013 with Justin Bieber. If you guys look on Google or on internet, you might find the paintings that Justin Bieber he did back in 2013. All right. Questions so far? Nope. All good.
When they ask for permission to do the graffiti, do they need also to provide the drawing saying I'm gonna paint this?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Usually it's on a sketch. 3 graffiti artists that are locals. This is the work of a father and 2 sons. They are Rhodes, he was the father, Nómada and Alegría, that were the 2 sons. These 3 graffiti artists, they have painted together in most of their paintings. This one here was made about 6 years ago in this park, which is a public park, named El Parque de la Concordia, or the Park of La Concordia. From here we can see the style of each one of them. If you guys check right here, a powerful animal. It's called as the protector of the Amazon or the jungle. It's also known as healing people or human beings' bodies. Right here, we're able to see the style of Rhodes, Nómada, and Alegría that are locals from Bogota. What you're seeing in the corner was made use 4 weeks ago. Around 4 weeks ago, that is a tribute to their father. Their father, Rhodes, he was one of the pioneers of graffiti in Bogota. But unfortunately, he passed away last year due to COVID. So the 2 sons, they came here and they painted that one as tribute to their father. These graffiti artists, they have also traveled South America. They have paintings in Mexico, Peru, and also places like Ecuador. Most of their paintings were made together. Rhodes, Nómada, and Maregria. Alright? Feel free to take any pictures, okay? Which one was the ledge? Claro que sí. Dame un segundito. Dime. The one in the corner, the stairs and the two animals with a tree in the middle. Ya. Vale. Vertical, horizontal.
Sí, horizontal.
Que salga todo. Por lo más.
Midas, the worldwide traveler, also known as the king of travel. His life is like a movie. They think they got you figured out, but they really don't. Remember, don't just talk about it, be about it. Remember, don't talk about it, just be about it. Think bigger than your city. Let's travel. Let's travel. Thanks for watching Mr. Midas, the worldwide traveler, aka the king of travel. But hey, stay tuned. The best is yet to come. To be continued.